Hey, welcome back to the Carl Jackson Show, your daily dose of objective truth in a world of confusion and lies. Gabe, would you run video clip number 9? I want to show you. I don't even know what college campus this is, but these kids are driving, or a kid is dragging a fake dummy of Trump around. Um, this is these are our colleges today. I mean, this is just absolutely sickening. But it's free expression. I mean, they're free to do it. But here's the problem with the left, and you guys may have heard there are a bunch of not grassroots but astroturf uh, protests going on seemingly around the country, even right here where I am. In Central Florida, where everybody is out there, they're complaining about DOGE, they're complaining about Trump and his executive orders, and he's going against the judiciary, and Elon Musk is not an elected official, which is an absolute asinine argument, simply because, of course, he's not. He works for the at the pleasure of the president. He's a staffer essentially. The cabinet, Trump's cabinet picks. They're not elected officials either. Neither was the person that ran the original DOGE under Barack Obama when he created it, and when it was called the U.S. Digital Service, and now it's called the U.S. DOGE Service. So this position isn't new. Unelected officials in Washington, D.C., working at the behest of the President of the United States of America is absolutely not new. This is something that's been going on since since the beginning of our country. But the left wants you to focus on Elon Musk and not being, demonizing him and not being an elected official, because they don't want you to hear about all of the fraud. Um, Earlier today, let me find this on my phone, because you guys, I'm sure if you guys have been following some of the Doge controversy, it has been unbelievable what we've found. I mean, so in the last day, and I came across this last night, and there's been more breaking since. All right, so right now it's President's Day, and as it goes on, we're gonna bring you news stories throughout the week here. But listen to this. This U.S. taxpayer dollars were going to be spent on the following items, all which have been canceled. So you got 10 million for Mozambique voluntary medical male circumcision, 9.7 million for UC Berkeley to develop a cohort of Cambodian youth with enterprise-driven skills. You've got 2.3 for strengthening independent voices in Cambodia, 32 million to the Prague Civil Society Center, 40 million for Gender Equality and Women Empowerment Hub, 14 million for improving public procurement in Serbia. Did you guys hear that? That's the sound of your money flying out the window. 486 million to the Consortium for Elections and Political Process Strengthening, including 22 million for an inclusive and participatory political process in Moldova, and 21 million for voter turnout in India, 29 million to strengthening political landscape in Bangladesh, 21 million for voter turnout in India. Who are Democrats going for out there? I really like to know. 20 million for fiscal federalism in Nepal. Huh. 19 million for biodiversity conversation in Nepal, 1.5 for voter confidence in Liberia, not here in the United States, however, 14 million for social the list goes on. And not only that, there was a list that Doge put out of the age groups, and the amount of people within an age group that are getting social security checks. And you had millions of people, I mean, several millions of people between 90 to 99 that were getting social security checks. I guess that's possible. But then 100 to 109 years old, the same, all the way up to 160 years old. Guys, our system is jacked up. And you got all of these lefties out there trying to protest Doge, trying to protest Trump, and it is not working. There was a Gallup poll where Trump's polls have increased actually this week just from last week. It's not working. And then there's this. This is one of the most interesting columns or focus groups that I've found in the last couple of days, and I want to bring it to your attention. Actually, it was a focus group that Axios conducted, and I think it's very important because it's a focus group of swing voters that happen to be in the swing state of Arizona. And I want to bring you the summary, and I want to bring you some of the numbers, and I'm going to tell you why Democrats are in trouble. And they're going to have to do a lot of work. This is why I believe they're going to demonize Trump even more. They're going to demonize Elon Musk anymore. They're going to try to distract from all of the corruption. You literally have protesters on the in the Democrat Party now protesting for corruption. What do we want? Corruption. When do we want it? Now. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. So I encourage them to keep going. But I do fear at some point when they realize this doesn't work, they may turn violent. And let me give you some reasons why they may be motivated to do so. Again, going back to this Axios poll or focus group, excuse me. Every Arizona swing voter in our latest Engages Sagal focus groups said they approve of Trump's actions since taking office, and most also support Elon Musk's efforts to slash government. Okay, so here's why it matters. They say at Axios, public opinion can constrain presidents when Congress does not. So what are they saying? Normally, you get a lot of managers in office in the White House, and they are constrained not just by Congress, but they don't want to mess up. They don't want the societal, they don't want to deal with the public, societal pressure, and all of this kind of nonsense. So basically, these people are confined in the White House by what the left thinks. Also, progressive thinking. The progressive establishment kind of keeps them in check, and not just the progressive establishment in Congress, but also out there in the streets. All right, but they took 11 voters. All 11 voters voted for Biden in 2020. 8 of those 11 are independents, 2 are Republicans, at least registered Republicans today. I assume they were all Democrat back in 2020. Couldn't tell you for sure, but 11 independents. Again, 2 Republicans and 1 registered Democrat. And they took these 11 people and they asked them a series of questions, and it did not bode well. I can imagine that Axios was, they must have been very concerned about what they heard. So 11 voters, again, all backed Biden in 2020. They all switched to Trump, and they absolutely love Trump. They said they're good with Trump aggressively testing disruptive, expansionist expressions of presidential power that are piling up in court challenges. And notice Axios piling up in court challenges. And they say it's needed to get America back on track, at least according to one participant. One notable area of disagreement with Trump, the idea of the U.S. placing Palestinians and taking over or redeveloping Gaza. These swing voters want Trump to stick with Americans' needs inside the U.S. But this isn't going to change their minds. They may disagree with this one particular policy. And by the way, what Trump is doing with Gaza works because now you got Egypt leading a charge like, hey, guys, maybe we need to be the ones to clean up Gaza. Now, none of them want to take the Gazans because these are the people they feel will destabilize their countries. But Trump throws that idea of Gaza and being an American stronghold, if you will. And now all of a sudden, the players in the Middle East are willing to talk about cleaning up Gaza and come up with their own solutions. They said some would like to see him do more sooner to rein in consumer costs. But listen to this. But several said they don't mind that Trump's early actions haven't primarily focused on inflation, even when that was their top issue in the election, and said they can be patient if prices don't come down for a while. Can you imagine what Axios, whoever was asking these questions, must have thought? Several doubt the warnings that tariffs may translate to long-term price increases for American consumers. So tariffs, they're not concerned about it. Now, this is a focus group. It isn't a poll, but again, this is a decent sample size for a focus group and predominantly independents. All right. Several expressed views that waste, fraud, and abuse are so prevalent that government agencies can be slashed or eliminated without hurting services on which they depend. I mean, obviously, this has to be devastating for the left to hear this. While a focus group, again, it's not there. It's not a poll. It is a focus group. Here's what they're saying. One of them said, I agree we need the Constitution and we need rules and procedures. But at the same time, how are we going to make big changes? If someone like Trump is being unconventional, we need him to be doing these things, to be making these executive orders and making these big changes for big changes to happen. Now, I understand what this person is saying. I disagree with this sentiment. And actually, Trump isn't going outside of the confines of the Constitution. I mean, the president literally said, listen, basically, I believe in the court system. I disagree with the courts, but if I have to go and appeal, I'll do that. Another person said, I like how he's cleaning house in government. Another, I approve because I believe he's transparent, and we haven't had that for the last 4 years. Other respondents were supportive of Trump's executive orders on the immigration on the borders and efforts to eliminate DEI. 7 of the 11 voters rejected that the president is trying to deliberately flood the zone to dilute attention on any one action. And frankly, I wouldn't mind if he's doing that because it's absolutely working. But I think Trump is in a rush to get stuff done. All right. He has a very short period of time. 8 of the 11 respondents also said they approve of Musk's efforts in the administration. Few had concerns that Musk is motivated by personal gain or that his status as the world's richest man who controls companies with billions of dollars in government contracts and faces investigation and regulatory hurdles presents conflicts of interest. This is a left-wing rag. These people are telling them we're not concerned about Elon Musk. The guy is near 400, 500 billion dollars net worth. He's not worried about stealing your 50 grand. So the number of executive orders that Trump has issued in his first weeks in office is unprecedented. They're not fazed by it. They want Trump and Elon Musk to keep going. These swing voters are delighted by what they see in the White House. Hey guys, Carl Jackson here for MyPillow, and MyPillow is excited to announce that they're having the first ever mega sale on their overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, you can save over 50% on this season's flannel sheets. The queen size is only $59.98 and the kings are only $69.98, but they sell out fast every year. So be sure to order now. You can also save 30% on their brand new Mike crosses. They're designed in the likeness of the one that Mike has worn every day for over 20 years. They come in men's and women's styles, and they're made right here in the good US of A. Get the 2025 6-piece My Towel sets for only $29.98. The initial quantities are extremely low, so get them before they or while they last. And I can't forget to mention the My Pillow. It's just $14.98. So to take advantage of the first ever mega sale, go to mypillow.com, use promo code Carl, or give them a call at 800-858-0263. 800-858-0263 is the number to call in. But wait, remember that $75, the $75 free shipping rule. So, that ship is sailed because right now for a limited time, every order ships free. That's right. Every order ships free. MyPillow.com, promo code Carl, or give them a call at 800-858-0263.